times I will be going live because I'm just sitting here taking a look at so many things going on, taking a look at the internet, watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I mean it was a busy day today at the warehouse. So the good thing is that everything went as planned, you know. But then when I came home today, I was just taking a look. When you go onto the internet, you are gonna be surprised at the number of videos, trying to sell you on the dream of the fact that you're gonna be successful, doing the business, you just need to quit your job, go all in on your business, and then I'm looking and just wondering to myself, some of these videos they are made by people that do not have your best interest in mind. They do not care if you succeed because human beings, humans like we are inherently selfish. And sometimes some of this selfishness are displayed in the kind of content that we make. People make content to get for different reasons. They make content to get the views. They make content to get the recognition that yes, they are making content in particular niche. And there might be so many reasons why people, make this content. And I'm looking and saying to myself, really, come to think of it, man, succeeding in business, you have to be made of a special type of, you know, special type of DNA. It's not for everybody. This is something after about 10 years of constantly grinding, something I can conveniently say, 5 years ago perhaps I would not have said this, but 10 years down the line, even longer, I can safely say that look, running a business that makes profit is not for everyone. There are so many ups and downs, and your ability to cope with the ups and downs is what will determine if you're going to be successful in business or not. Not everybody is built the same way. There are some people that will naturally give up after like 3 or 4 failures. It is just what it is. Some people are going to give up naturally after about 3 or 4 failures. While some people, because of the way they are made, they have the ability to hold on, to keep trying, or just simply put, they have the ability to be delusional, you know. Because being delusional is the thing that will first of all separate you, from those people that we fail in business. Because if you are delusional, it is you believing that it will work even when everything around you pretty much tells you that this is not going to work. Everything is telling you the customers are not buying your stuff. The platform is even telling you that look, we do not want your items here, and everything is just telling you that it's not going to work. But then, for some funny reason, which is what we call being delusional, you are still putting on, you are still thinking to yourself, it is going to work. I'm going to make it work. It doesn't matter what the reality is telling me. I am going to make it work. See, that character, I'm just going to call it a character trait. It's not for everybody. Not everybody has it. All right. Not everybody has that character. But then, if you go online, you see people selling you on this dream that yes, you can do it, you can make it, you can be a reseller, you can go all out there. I mean, I'm also guilty of doing this. I mean, I'm not going to sit here now and just play the same and try to act like I've never made this sort of messaging. But when I come online like this is the very first time I'm being live on this channel, or when I make some kind of video, especially the videos I make during my coffee hour when I go to the warehouse in the morning, these are the times where I really sit down to reflect, on a lot of things. I really don't know where to look at to have, this eye contact with you guys. This is the first time I'm going live, so I don't know if I need to look at the camera or just look straight on the my phone screen, all right? But just tell me how it goes, and I'll be able to change things up the next time I try to go live, all right? You see, when we come together, when everything is done, this is pretty much like 22 o'clock in the night, the day is gone. This is the time we tend to kind of reflect on the day and just reflect on the things we've done. And sometimes you get this kind of raw talk. If I'm on edited video, and I don't care how the video turns out. I don't really care about the algorithm right now. I'm just talking to you guys that look, success in business takes a special kind of skill set because of the way business is. Business, as it were, is an endeavor, or it's an activity that's filled with so many ups and downs. Ups and downs. Some day you are up there, some next day you are down, you know. Sometimes you are balling, you are selling stuff. The next time all your stuff are just hanging. This roller coaster, is not for everyone. It's not for everyone to weather. Some people are just better off, having a normal job. Some people I know this because I am married to a woman that just simply don't believe in, you having a business. She believes that look, it's just okay for you to have a normal job, and I also believe it's okay for you to have a normal job. But then there are certain people that have something different in their DNA. They have a special kind of thinking. They have a special kind of dream. A special kind of, you know, I don't know how to put it, some awareness that is just hard to communicate to the next person. And these are the kind of people that even when the whole system is telling you, the whole activity you are doing is telling you, look, this is not going to work. For one reason or the other, you believe in yourself. You are delusional about this self belief. You just believe that look, it doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, I am going to make it work. Even if I have to lose everything I have. Not everybody can say this, guys. Not everybody can say this. And I'm going to keep you here. There are people that are built a certain way, that are able to hold on to their guns even when everything is down. And this is pretty much what business entails. And each time I make kind of business related content like this, I always want to draw a very, a very defined demarcation between you running a business as a hobby or you running a business as a business in the actual sense of the word, which is you do not have any other commitment. You are depending on the proceeds of this business, whatever you do, to see you through. And see you through means to pay your bills, to do everything that you have to do to survive in this life, to pay your rent, to pay your car notes, to send your kids to school, to clothe yourself, to feed yourself. This is a different ball game, and it's always good that we draw this line of distinction. Otherwise, when people come into business with big blows because of what you hear on the internet, you hear that it's kind of easy to do, it's easy to play out. Guys, there are a lot of variables involved, and there are so many reasons why people fail in business. They recently have a business model. It's not a bad business model, it's where it's a very good business model. It's a business model that you go to a point A, you buy goods, you bring them to point B and sell them. Ideally, this is something that's supposed to be very easy to pull off. But the problem is that look, things get complicated because you have absolutely no control over what people buy. And this is exactly where it gets tricky. Okay, so if you go all out and you do not have a job, you do not have a source of another source of income, and you go all out there sourcing for stuff, thinking that you're going to resell them, it is a good move, and I praise you for doing that. But the problem will be, what if people are not buying? And this is not a question that one asks out of self-doubt. This is a reality because there's going to come that time where people don't buy anything. You're going to have a lot of stuff listed. Today pretty much I sold a keyboard for 26 euro 90 thereabout, and that was all. There's going to come a day where nobody is buying. It's not as if I'm saying that there's not going to come a time nobody will buy. Definitely, business is a continuous thing. It's not something that you do one day and that's all. It's a continuous thing. This is something that we've been doing for years. But then, if you do not have this awareness, or you do not have this, this, this experience to know that look, there are going to be days where things are going to be rough, and when those days come, if you are not seasoned, you are going to give up because sometimes it could be rough. Your rent is due, your car is broken, you have some letter in your letter box telling you that you have to pay a certain amount, the tax office is waiting for you. Your did I already say your car is broken? If I didn't say that, yes, your car is broken. Your phone's bill has not been paid. Your internet is, they are threatening to cut it off because you are defaulting. Look, this is a reality, and sometimes when you are not careful, all these bills they have a way of just coming around at the same time, and then you have a business, you sell stuff on the internet, and this stuff they have the summer, things are not selling, and then you might pretty much be on a very, very tight situation. This is something that can happen, and it only takes you to have this special kind of self-belief to say to yourself, I am going to weather this storm. I'm going to weather this storm. I am going to push through this, and I am going to make it work. And this thing is not for everybody. It's not what you can learn in some mentorship program. It's not what you can learn in some buying some guru's course. It is something that is already in you. You either have it or you do not have it. And I can pretty much tell you that I have it because I have been through so many stuff, trying to make this business work. And this is just one way for me to document this whole process. Initially, when I thought of this channel, I was thinking it's going to be a channel that, yes, I'm just going to monetize, making some kind of, fun videos, chasing trends. This might be the reason why when you take a look at my older videos, they are more or less like these trend chasing videos. But right now, with the stage of life I am in, with the episode or the season of life I am in, I am pretty much just down to earth, telling you guys exactly what it is, not caring about what the algorithm thinks. And it is my duty or my mission just to make things clear that look, starting a business is a very good thing that you can decide on, but be aware what you are signing up for. There's going to be a lot of seasons. When you decide to start up a business, there's going to be seasons of pain, seasons of tears, seasons where your friends are going to leave you, seasons where you're going to doubt yourself. Even times where you're going to think if perhaps you're already going crazy because of the things that you see that nobody else sees. You're going to have that feeling that people are leaving you behind. It's going to be a very long phase where you won't be available for your family, and this is exactly where it gets tricky. You won't be available for your family. If you are married with kids, it's going to even be more complicated because you will not be able to meet a lot of the obligations that you need to meet as a husband. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Forget about what you see on the internet, about what people come here to say, on an 8-minute video. Somebody just comes here to tell you all the goodies, that the things that you need to hear. Sometimes a lot of us don't even know when we are being sold to. And there are the videos on the internet, you are actually being sold to, but you do not realize it. And what is the says 101 is just tell people about the potential benefits of what they would derive, from undertaking a particular activity. So if you you want to become a reseller, you see a content creator just telling you of all the benefits that you stand to gain when you become a reseller. That is you being sold, and you do not realize it because I have, of course, taken courses in sales, and I'm actually selling right now. Not right now in this live video. I mean, I sell stuff on the internet, and I understand the psychology behind somebody selling someone on something. And a lot of us are being sold to on a daily basis. From the thumbnail, from the title of the video, the description, even the content itself, you are being sold to, but you do not realize it. The truth is, it takes a lot of special character, special skill set to be successful in business. And if you try it and it doesn't work, that's not to mean that you didn't do your best. You did do your best, but the problem is you do not have that special character. You have not been built that way. Of course, it's something you can learn, but it's going to take a special kind of discipline, a special kind of sacrifice over a long period of time. And you need to be aware of this. Unfortunately, the messaging we have out there, nobody talks about this. And because of that, you see people just, going in thinking that yes, it is something they can do. After 5 or 6 years, only for you to realize that you do not have that skill set, that character, that doggedness, that delusional mindset that will see you through in the times where the business doesn't seem to be moving or taking shape. Because very sooner or later you're going to be thinking that, oh, I've spent 5 years, I don't seem to see anything I've achieved, and this is just a side cost. If you spend 12 years grinding without you getting a direct, return, do not be discouraged because the skills that you need, you are actually building them. It took me so long to realize it. There's going to be one day, when it's going to be, I do not know, but there's just no way that you will not be faced an opportunity at some point in your lifetime. Nobody knows. It could be tomorrow, it could be next tomorrow, it could be in 10 years, it could be in 30 years. And if you have been grinding for so long, believe you me, you are picking up the skills that will be brought to the fore on the day where your opportunity will show up. Take a look at it. I have seen, you see, right now I'm really, developing my skills of citing, of pattern recognition, of recognizing what happened before what something else happened. See, there are certain YouTubers, take a look at their channel, they've been grinding for so long, and then they post one video, the video explodes, and then from there on, whatever video they post, they tend to get a lot of views, and then they go on to make kind of a community like on YouTube, on Discord, or something like that, and people pay in for those communities because people just think that they're naturally good, not knowing that this is a creator that has been grinding behind the scenes, for more than 12 years, sometimes 10 years, sometimes 8 years, 7 years, depending, But then people just see that, oh, this guy is so good, knows how to communicate, and then they want to even pay you to be part of your community. But then you have been grinding for a very long time. Nobody saw that. Nobody even acknowledged that. You see, and these are the skills that you build when you are grinding for so long. Nothing is working. It will be very, very discouraging. Sometimes you could feel like giving up. But if you understand the fact that, look, there's going to be that one day, an opportunity is going to present itself. And because of the skills that you have picked up all this while that you're kind of grinding without being paid, with nothing to show for it, because of these skills that you have accumulated, you are going to take advantage of this opportunity and you're going to pretty much kill it. That should be enough to keep you going. All right, I've been there before. I'm pretty much there right now. Spending a lot of time doing the business, trying to make something work. Spending a lot of time dealing with all the shit show that goes with being in business, all the expenses that never seems to end. But the beautiful thing is that I can, and then also this YouTube channel, posting a lot of videos, not pretty much seeing direct effect or result of my time being spent on this YouTube channel. But then each time I take a look, every time I post a video, I really feel like I am a little bit better in my presentation, in my communication. The fact that I could pick up my phone with no script and I started making YouTube videos, it was rusty, guys. I would write script, I would forget my script, I would try to memorize my script, I would try to hang my script to the camera just to be sure that I'm able to read it, and it was rusty. But right now, 2 years later, or even 3 years, I can pretty much pick up my phone right now just like I'm doing. I had no intention of going live. I just was fiddling with my phone and I realized that okay, there's a live function here on YouTube. I can actually go ahead and make like Skunk 26. Skunk 26. Hello, thanks for stopping by my channel. What you say. I'm just, reflecting here, speaking my mind, not really that I have anything concrete, but I'm just talking about the fact that, having a business is not for everybody. And the internet makes you feel like you must have a business. Of course, as a human being, you should have something, you know, like 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 a purpose, right? But not everybody is meant to be a reseller, or not everybody is meant to be a boxer, not everybody is meant to be a pianist or a software developer. You know, definitely you having a business is not also for everybody. This is exactly what I am saying, because I see you wrote on the comment what you say or what you're talking about, something like this. I don't know if English is a mother tongue, but what I'm saying is that look, being in business is hard. It's not for everybody. You need a special kind of skill set. And when you are in business and you are grinding for a very, very long time and nothing seems to be working, do not give up. Do not lose hope, because you are building some special kind of skill set that will see you through in the days where an opportunity will show up. And this is exactly what I am currently going through. This is something that's happening to me in real time. I am building a lot of skills in content creation, in communication, trying to speak without forgetting my point. A long time ago, I couldn't do this. I just couldn't do this. 2 years ago, if I needed to make a 1 minute video, I had to prepare forever. I needed to write scripts, I need to try to memorize it. At the end of the day, when I come on camera, I'll be so shy that I forget everything that I was supposed to say. Alright, but today I'm able to pick up my phone and just go ahead, talk to you guys. This is interesting, and in order not to make it seem like a message of doom, I'm saying that look, stay focused. If you are convinced that being in business is something that is meant for you, stay focused, because there's gonna be that time that you are going to smile, because an opportunity is going to come by, that you will be able to take advantage of. And if you have tried, making your business work and it is not working, it is also an honorable thing to do, to admit that look, this might probably not be for me, because perhaps you get a lot of care when you have to go through the phases of business, the phases of not having good cash flow, and the phases of customers buying your stuff, or the phases of people not even showing interest in your stuff, and you develop a lot of, heartbeat, a lot of stress. If this is you, perhaps this is just not something for you. But there are people that look, even in the faces of challenges, in the faces of, items not selling, in the face of, customer returns, algorithm changes, they are able to say, you know what, I am going to continue to do this. I do not care. These are the people, that I am actually talking about. Emma Trot, hello from Russia. Hello from Germany here. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't intend to, speak a lot, but then this is something I want to get out of my mind and just to, you know, keep this on record because I understand that I am pretty much close to, the point where an opportunity is going to show up that I am going to take advantage of because I have been grinding for a long time and I feel like this is the pattern that I have recognized. People grinding for a long time and then from nowhere an opportunity shows up and they take advantage of it and immediately the success that they have looks like an overnight success and I feel like I'm so close to this point and I just decided to go on live this evening. I wouldn't know how what the time now is about 9 minutes past 10 and yes, this was exactly how I went live and just discovering things on this YouTube channel and I realized that you could actually go live. But then I'm glad to see that some people stopped by and for those of you that stopped by, I am so grateful. I do bumper adventure. I see you guys. How is it going, bro? Respect. Greetings from Germany. Bumper Adventure said hi. Hi, my brother. Hope you are doing good. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And hopefully, I should be able to, connect with you guys tomorrow when I get to the warehouse. Until then, I want to wish you a beautiful evening. Respect. So, how do I put up the live stream? I do not know how to put up the live stream. Sorry for that. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes.